Poultry farming, its trade and products such as meat and eggs is one of the most developed in Rwanda. Not only do the participants in the activity believe that the COVID-19 pandemic has hit hard their businesses and livestock, but when it came to the total lockdown, matters only got worse. Before coronavirus, there still existed a problem of a rise in the prices of animal feed, but the pandemic also came and made it worse. Profit on 400 eggs is 100 eggs because 300 of them goes back to feeding them. Now in stock I have more than 1,000 eggs as yesterday, so if I don't find market for them, I might no longer be able to buy feeds for them. Cattle breeders also say that during the total lockdown, getting their milk to the market was a tug of war that seriously disrupted livestock and dairy trade. Before the pandemic, we used to trade our milk with canteen owners in the city of Kigali, but now most of them are closed. Delivery is not also easy, and even if you are able, you won't make it in time. Even though we don't pay tax for these cows, but we pay insurance. So it is a problem because we are not productive and these insurances need money. And we also used to get the money from the milk, but we currently have nowhere to sell it. So we end up consuming it ourselves and feeding the cows. An analysis carried out on the effects of the pandemic on farming and agriculture reveals that it was during the total lockdown that the sector was badly disturbed. During the period, milk supplies to the milk collection facilities fell by 35% and 22 to 132 milk collection facilities stopped working, resulting in 100,000 liters of milk per day not being sold. It is in that line that some large dairy industries were operating at a rate of 50% or less, while 53% of small and medium-sized industries stopped working, and cows transported to slaughterhouses also fell by half. At the beginning of the pandemic, the trade in chicken eggs fell by 70%. Only after total lockdown ended did it once again rebound from 30 to 60% and has been climbing ever since. During the lockdown, the poultry industry suffered, falling by as much as 45%, and the fishery was cut by 50%, which made the animal feed processing industry also operate at less than 40%. However, Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente says the government has taken steps to address the issue. In order to revive the livestock sector, measures are being taken, which include helping farmers get meat cooling equipments through the Economic Recovery Fund, to invest in animal feed depots, and to continue to sensitize farmers to integrate in order to get their produce to industries, to promote dairy businesses and continue to encourage the private sector to invest in powdered milk processing plants, as we have recognized the need for it. He also adds that there is no doubt that the measures taken to revive the agricultural sector will yield results soon as the government of Rwanda has made it a priority to increase food production in the relief fund, in addition to what is already being done to help those in need. It is expected that the agricultural sector will increase by 2.8% by the end of 2020, from the 5% we had achieved in 2019. In the area of agriculture and farming, there is an economic recovery fund called the Strategic Food Reserve, and entitled to store food that can help us in the bad times as Rwandans. We are determined to keep increasing, so now we have a plan to increase it so that everything is complete, to make sure that no matter what threat that comes, we are able to feed our people as a country. We have a plan to add at least 6,000 tons of maize and 5,000 tons of beans that comes in addition to others as we get to meet its capacity. The National Economic Recovery Program, in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, is expected to last for 4 years, with up to Rwandan francs 200 billion going into the recovery fund. Innocent MUGABO, RTV News, Kigali.